Hey Rock Raiders, welcome back. I'm your host, R.R. Slugger, and I'm curious if any of you are familiar with this particular piece of Lego, Part 2422. Besides its odd appearance, it also has an interesting history that I wanted to look at today. Let's dive right in. The piece itself may look completely foreign to some folks watching this video. It shares some similarities with Part 3956, but definitely sports some strange dimensions. 2422 is roughly 2 studs by 2.5 studs at its base, then centers and pivots 90 degrees, offering 4 snot studs along the side. Curiously, there are no anti-studs on the back of this pillar, allowing bricks to slot in basically wherever you please. Despite its abnormal characteristics, 2422 had a decent lifespan for a niche Lego brick. Originally introduced in 1987, it didn't see retirement until 1999. However, even though it was in production for well over a decade, it was only ever utilized in a meager 13 sets. That's only 1 set per year on average. Within those 13 sets, it was produced in 4 colors: red, black, white, and yellow. Hold on, that can't be right. Where did this one in dark gray come from? Well, I was wondering the same thing myself when I saw it on Bricklink, so I asked the seller about it. Apparently, it was obtained from Legoland Windsor during a behind-the-scenes event in 2002. During this event, the attendees were allowed to fill a 1 kilogram bag with parts from the stockroom, including rare and non-production pieces. This little 2422 is one of those. So, now that I have this piece, what do I do with it? Of course, my first thought was to incorporate it into a Rock Raiders mock of some sort, but its unique properties were difficult to take advantage of. I was racking my brain until it finally dawned on me. Chief! In the PC game, Chief often drops down from the top of the screen to give the player instructions, and wouldn't you know it, the shape and color lined up perfectly. Now to make it happen. I started with setting up my base, a 2x4 in black, a 2x2 in dark gray, and my 2422. Next I grabbed a 1x8 in light gray and slid it into place, though at this point I could tell this wasn't gonna work. I tried to add a 1x4 in dark gray, and yeah, it was back to the drawing board. I decided to increase the size of the platform somewhat by changing out the pieces that made up the base. I couldn't help but notice these grooves along the side of the light gray element here, and that got me thinking about textured alternatives. By widening the platform arm, I was prepared to add some 2877s along the side, but... there was no escaping it. I was gonna have to break out of system using the anti-studs, which was largely uncharted territory for me as a builder. Because the 2877s lacked the hollow studs necessary to do this, I had to shelve that idea, but I didn't mind. I had found something better. 3743, one of my all-time favorite pieces for applying sci-fi detail to a build. In model making, this is called greebling, which is exactly what I wanted here. In order to face them correctly, I would need to use some more snot construction and pin it to the anti-studs. Now, it's important to note that options for snot construction were incredibly limited in the original gray colors, especially when compared to the embarrassment of riches we have today. Luckily, I found the perfect piece, and with a few minor modifications...
Teleport in your Rock Raider team and find as many energy crystals as you can. When you have enough, construct your power station.
I'm so happy I was able to make good use of this piece and create a unique little Rock Raiders mock in the process. If you want to follow suit and build one of your own, well, 2422 isn't the prohibitively expensive part, let's put it that way. Hopefully you've enjoyed looking at this strange little piece with me today. I certainly had fun learning how to put it to good use, as it presented quite the challenge on the surface. This wasn't the only non-production part I picked up from this seller, but I'm gonna save that for another video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I've been your host, RR Slugger, and I'll see you next time for more high adventure deep underground.